All right, welcome back, NBA Shorts. I have Jackson Law here with me on the line, myself, Trey Dalbert. We're going to be talking about the Minnesota Timberwolves after they just landed the first pick in the 2020 NBA Draft. They won the lottery. They had the first pick. Jackson, you're on the clock for the Timberwolves. Who do you select if you're unable to trade out?
If I'm the Timberwolves GM, I would select Anthony Edwards as the number one overall pick. And here's why. I know everyone's going to be pushing for LaMelo. LaMelo is probably one of the better scorers that's going to be, in the top 5 of this draft. But he plays no defense. That's the thing. He plays no defense. Even when I was watching highlights of him in New Zealand, he just kind of stood around, or he was cherry picking. That's the thing he just did. There's highlights from him back in high school where he wouldn't even get back down, wouldn't even cross the 3-point line, heading back on defense. He just chilled down there, and that has continued to carry over as he's moved into his professional career. Edwards is a good scorer, shows a lot of potential. He's a big body that you can slide right next into D'Lo, and he plays defense. You're not going to win a game. If you choose LaMelo, like how we said last night in the Slack, they may score 120, 130 a game, but they're going to be giving up 150 a game. And you're never going to win like that. You'll have high numbers, but you'll have like the worst point differential in the league. So take Edwards, so that way you have him for his defense. And like I said, he's a great shooter, great playmaker, good facilitator. He'll slide in nicely right next to Russell.
Yeah, I don't even know if Anthony Edwards is going to turn into like a superstar pro, because I didn't watch a ton of college basketball this year. However, I will say from an athletic standpoint, a shooting standpoint, defensive prowess, body build, I think there's a chance he is clear head and shoulders better than everybody else in this draft just based on potential. Therefore, I would go with him. I want to talk a little bit about Ball here too, because you brought this up, but I think Minnesota is absolutely insane if they pick him, just based on the fact that we talked about this. Their defense is horrendous. D'Angelo Russell doesn't even try on defense. Neither does Karl Anthony Cantor. Excuse me, Towns. I think LaMelo Ball's soft. I wouldn't touch him. Where do you stand on Ball, even if you're not Minnesota?
I think Ball is definitely going to go in that top four. I think he goes top 4. Gut tells me I don't think he would go to number 2 at Golden State. I honestly think Golden State is going to look to try to trade out from that. In fact, Woj, right after the draft, was on his phone, texting, whatever GMs or insides scoops that he's got. He was texting them, and he was talking and saying that already Golden State is looking to ship this pick off, because they really don't need it. They still got their stars for a couple more years. Why not try to bring in another star to try to make another run at a championship? So I don't think he goes there. I think he may go 3. I don't think he goes to 4. So I think Charlotte is probably going to be the spot. Even if they skip over him, then maybe he goes 4. I would be really surprised if he falls beyond 5. If Ball falls beyond 5, that is a shock to me.
Let's talk about if Minnesota is able to trade down, because I guess the consensus here is this is a draft that there's a lot of good players, not maybe one that is head and shoulders better than everybody else. If Minnesota is able to trade down, who would you target later in the draft? I kind of like your Auburn guy, Okoro, but do you have another answer, or do you like him by far the best if you're able to trade down?
If they're able to trade down, Okoro is definitely, he's my favorite guy coming into here. So he would be my target. If you could trade back, if somehow you were able to get the Knicks to trade up to the number 1 spot, I don't think so, because I don't think the Knicks have enough unless they forego their future for LaMelo Ball the next 4 to 5 years. I think that's the only way that they get up to the number 1 spot, because they're going to know that, hey, the Knicks really want this, because it was embarrassing for them to fall to 8. But Okoro is definitely a guy that I would target for them. Maybe Obi Toppin, but I mean, like I said, I think he's more of like an Aaron Gordon type player, which he'd still bring good defense to the team. So those would probably be the two guys that I would look for if they were to move back.
All right, that's going to do it. NBA Shorts, Jackson Law, myself, Trey Dalbert. Hit that subscribe button on YouTube. Until next time, we will see you soon.